Hey folks, Jamie with Journey North, working in the shop. Here I give you a little slower motion look at that sledge that I put a new handle on, polished up a little, took a few of the burrs off the mushrooming. 32-inch handle. Feels real nice. It's a 8-pound head. It's just a good all-around sledge. Originally thought I'd get rid of it, but after putting it together, getting the feel for it, I'm going to hold on to it for a while as my main user. But tonight I'm going to work on a new project I got. I got 2 new projects. I'm only going to show you one right now. Both were in a clean out I helped a guy do. One's just an old ball peen. Cracked. It had wire wrapped all around here, and I took it off, and that's why it's ready to fall off. Probably get some of that off right there. Yeah, this here will pull right off. It's shot. But I got a new handle for that. That's no problem. Plumb, 24 ounce on the original handle. And you might say, how's that guy know it's an original handle? You're probably not saying that, but I'm going to tell you anyways. See that paint right there? That's referred to kind of as the wine color. Plumb used wine colored paint on all their handles. I don't remember when it started, but I know it was probably 30s and 40s up until today. They're not made in the US, but they still use that same color paint. And handle here back's good, so we may reuse this on my other project, which I'll show you at another time. But let's put a new handle on this. And see if I can tell you a little history of the Plumb name as well. Okay, I took that handle out, and underneath there, you can definitely see that wine color. It was, I don't know if it was a stain or a paint, but a lot of guys are trying to match it to this day, you know, in their shops and get something close. And they do a pretty good job. But that whole handle would have been covered in that color. Then if we turn this upside down, I don't know if you'll see that or not. The heads were always black. That was their signature. And I went on, found a couple images. I'll put right after this little clip and show you what they look like. While you're looking at that, I'm going to get a new handle ready to put on this head. Check it out. We got everything pre-fitted, wedge glued, and let that dry a little bit. And I'm gonna chop that off and sand it down. I got I had a handle that wasn't quite the right one, which is common. So I did some work, sanded it down, got a nice feel to it. I'm gonna date this hammer probably in the 50s, because like I said, that screw in the top puts the date after 1943. And I believe in 1958, they used what was called Permabond, which was a pinkish red epoxy solution that would go in this eye. And they also started getting rid of these little ears on the bottom of the ball peens and going more of I'm trying to see if I hit this style here. Go more this kind of style, because they would make wood handles, and in '58 they started making the fiberglass handles. One of the first big companies to start doing the fiberglass handles. And Mikey Yo-Yo, I think you said you had a Plumb claw hammer, and that would be Permabond in the top, and that iconic reddish, purplish, wine colored that they were known for. I had one of them when I was a kid back in the '80s. When we were building a house, that was the one I hammered nails in halfway and then bent them over with, you know, that little Plumb. Seen one at the pawn shop, but it was in too rough a shape. I'm not big on fiberglass hammers, but that one's kind of iconic. So if I see one, I'd probably pick it up down the road. But, alright, I'm going to finish sanding this down, and then we'll put some stain on it. Be back. put a light toast on the handle just to bring out some of the grain. That's my style. Not really a burn, just enough to make that grain pop a little. And in honor of this being a plum, where they go with that reddish wine purple color, I was really tempted to actually use wine to stain the handle. But I don't know what the hell I would do with a bunch of wine. I only need a little tiny bit, and I don't drink that stuff unless it's homemade. But I got some black cherry Varathane. It's not going to match the color of the plum, but it's going to be my kind of homage to their color. Let me open it, we'll put some on. Yeah, it's got a little tint to it. I'm not quite sure what color it's going to turn out, but I assume it's going to be a purplish red hue. Let's see what we got. Well, it's going to go on dark. Real deep. That's a dark grape wine right now. But I think, after doing a few of these in my life, that when we put the oil on, it's going to take some of this color off. I'm going to put it on a little bit heavy. Then we'll wipe some of it off here. This over there so I don't... Wouldn't be the first time I dump stain everywhere. It would be the first time on camera, and you guys might get a kick out of that. I don't know if you can see the pinkish purple in that or not. It's definitely a beautiful color. Let me throw a coat of the Watco on there. We're not going to use that one. We're going to use natural, so it goes clear. And let me put a couple of coats on that. Rub it in. We'll see what it looks like. Be back in a nanosecond. Plum. That's the original color. Would have been a hair darker than that, obviously. We didn't do too bad for my homage to the plum color and brand. I wanted to keep it totally different than my True Temper series. I also gave it a slightly different profile on the handle part itself. Slightly octagon with a little bit more flat spot than the True Temper. Just to make them different, make them your own, use what you got. You know the spiel. Back to usable shape again. This handle will not be used for firewood. I happened to pick up an old brass head. Needs cleaned up pretty bad. It was in the junk pile. I took the towel to it and cleaned it up best I could, looking for a stamp, and I found one. Snap-on, BH 24 ounce snap-on. Like I said, nothing great. We're going to modify this handle to fit it, make a little brass hammer. We'll do that. I might start working on that right now. Might be tomorrow. You'll see it when you'll see it, and I'll see you when I see you. Take her easy, guys.